How do you say you have compassion? We need people who have compassion. So we need to have good people in governance. And so I close with the next 3 minutes saying to you very quickly what I believe are the things that need to be done to get those people there. There are 10 things that I believe need to be done. I will just enumerate them. Number one, we need to get our PVCs. PVC is not a nice thing to have. It's a neat thing to have if you want a future that you can choose. In fact, for me, PVC is not just permanent voter's card, it's the power to vote your choice. And I've all started a little movement where I'm asking every young lady to insist on asking any toaster for their PVC first. No toaster, no PVC, no toasting. But more than that, I'm working to collaborate with a few key people to ensure that every married woman whose husband does not have a PVC by July 1st, they will lock up. No PVC, no Jangiroba. But more importantly, you also need to go and join a party, but not just any party. Prefer to join a party where you will have voting rights as a member. And if you cannot get voting rights as a member, work within to be very hard to become an executive and a delegate, but work to change the constitution of those parties. Until parties have internal democracy, we don't have internal democracy. We have selectocracy. That's another one that you can add to your lexicon. The third one is please volunteer, and you've heard this before, but volunteer for INEC, volunteer to be campaign staff. Number 4, you've heard this also today, but I would reiterate it, run for office. And if anybody tells you that you don't have experience, you shouldn't run, ask them that the nation, that the people who have experience, what has it done for you so far? I don't think political experience is required for governance. I think leadership expertise is what is required. And young people have expertise. They've run businesses. They've done great things in media, in civil service, in banking. Young people are doing great things in telecoms. Most people are doing amazing things in technology. Young people are doing most amazing things in music, in entertainment. How can you say people that can build a business not run a local government? I believe that leadership expertise is very important, and we have what it takes. Young people, does anybody agree with me? But then I think that it's important that you also connect with those who have a need. Those who are the poorest amongst us, we have been the ones, the middle class has been the one sustaining the lower class, because the politicians only show up every 4 years. In between those 4 years, we are the ones that usually sustain them. We sustain them on the roads. We sustain them when they ask us, please, can you send me something there? And you send something. Cut the long story short, the only difference between you and the politician is that when you pay the piper, you don't dictate the tune. When they pay the piper every 4 years, they tell the piper what to do. They tell them, now you vote for me, collect a bag of rice. Tiny bag of rice. So I want you to begin to connect with your own, especially those I call you the people within your economic dependency. Connect with your security guard. Connect with any security guard that you see along the road. Ask them, do you have a PVC? Those that you constantly help, ask them to also help us together as a nation, and begin to tell them that there's coming a time when they will come and pay you. But remind them, please, just remind them, that when those people come to pay them as always, as usual, tell them that they are not paying them for their votes. They are only paying them what they owe them. And that they need to ask where the balance of the money is. Their vote is not for sale. They are only tell them to collect the money. It is the debt that is owed. But then also try and see how you can hold those who are in power accountable. Number 7, encourage those who you know, who have been doing great things with little or no resources, making a difference. Encourage them to run for office. And don't be the one that tweets, what experience does he have? Don't be the one that discourages people. Because listen to me, those who want to steal from you don't need any encouragement. The money they are going to steal already is an inspiration to them. But the people who don't want to steal from you may need to be told and encouraged and said, please go for it. And sometimes you not only encourage them, you must empower them. And give them your 1,000, 2,000, maybe 5,000 naira if you can afford it. Why? Because if you pay them, then you would also have the right to dictate to them. That is why I believe that we must get the right government with the largest cabal ever. 180 million cabal is what I'm running after. The people who will pay 10 naira, 20 naira, 100 naira, but they are the ones that you will owe. The last thing is, please enlighten those who are around you. And then be the example of the Nigerian, the new Nigerian that we want. Remember, you cannot have a new Nigeria without having a new Nigerian. And if Nigeria will be the most desirable nation to work in, we must first have the most desirable people to work with. If Nigeria will be the most desirable nation to live in, we must first have the most desirable people to live with. The new Nigeria is going to be an experience, not a promise. And it's going to be an experience that people will find on the roads depending on how you drive. The new Nigeria is going to come when you refuse to go on pedestrian lane because you didn't leave home early enough and yet you still want to get to work ahead of others. The new Nigerian is going to happen when you begin to care about the potholes, not just about getting a Jeep. The new Nigeria is going to happen when you begin to care about other people's children's education. So you must make a positive impact on everyone for us to have a new Nigeria. You must be a solution provider for us to have a new Nigeria. You must be a role model worthy of emulation for us to have a new Nigeria. You must do the right thing at all times, regardless of who is doing the wrong thing, for us to have a new Nigeria. A new Nigeria is possible, ladies and gentlemen, and it can happen in our lifetime. But you must get involved, and you must start to live the way that we want everybody else to live. And when we do so, we will have a nation that we are proud to give to our children, and they are grateful to inherit from us. God bless you on this great day. May God bless the Covenant Christian Center, and may God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.